Why is Hebrew school so much better as an adult? It has to be, because nobody is making you go. Greetings, Hero Designer, your friendly neighborhood rabbi, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to find a good adult education class for learning Jewish stuff. And I feel like it's about time, because there's lots of stuff out there on how to teach children Jewish stuff. And not for nothing, there's this passage in Devarim in Deuteronomy that we quote like twice a day at least, because it appears in the Shema, that you should take this Torah and teach it to your children. Educating our children is a primary commandment in Judaism. And so we put our kids in preschool, and then they go through Hebrew school or religious school or whatever a particular synagogue or Jewish institution has to prepare them for bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. Sometimes there's confirmation classes or Hebrew high classes after that. But I think where we do less of a good job is adult education. How do we teach Jewish stuff to Jewish people or Jew-curious people who haven't spent any time with Jewish learning since their bar mitzvah or their bat mitzvah, if that? And for me, this is critical, because the best stuff in Torah is for adults. There is some hardcore relationship drama going on, especially in the book of Genesis and then in Samuel's 1 and 2. I prefer the sequel. It's the Empire Strikes Back of Samuel. There's grown-up people having grown-up problems. And yeah, while we could teach some of these stories and their morals and their values to kids to help them develop into better adults, it's actually the adults who have to make all the hardest decisions in life, especially when it comes to making decisions according to their values. And by not sharing this wisdom and this tradition with adults, I think we're doing the Jewish and Jew-curious world a grave disservice. So I'm going to do my part to fix that by helping you find high-quality adult Jewish education. Of course, if you're watching this video, chances are you have access to the internet. And if you do, you already have a leg up on generations of people who have been struggling with finding high-quality learning, because you can search for this stuff in your town, stuff that you can drive to. If you're fortunate enough to live in or near a major metropolitan area, chances are there is a synagogue there, or maybe a Jewish community center, or multiple of either of those things, and you can go on their website or call them up on the phone to find out what they have. I know almost zero people who have a phone shaped like this anymore. You can call them up on the phone. That's better. Another resource besides synagogues and JCCs themselves is things like Meetup. Meetup.com lists local gatherings of all sorts of things by interest group, whether you're a vegetarian or a brony. And sometimes there's even stuff for Jewish people or people who are interested in Jewish stuff. So go on meetup.com, type in Jewish, hit search, and you'll find gatherings of people who are maybe doing some Jewish learning. Yelp is also a good resource. Just go to the website Yelp and type in Jewish class and see what you get. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's a lot, depending on where you live. Eventbrite is another good resource. And maybe what you find is a one-time event or a series of classes that you can take. One of my favorite adult Jewish ed programs, and I'm just going to plug it here because it's worthwhile, is the Miller Introduction to Judaism program. Now, this is super convenient if you live in the Los Angeles area, because they have multiple classes going on at any given time. But if you don't live in LA, they've actually franchised to synagogues and other institutions throughout the United States. They actually have a program in Spanish now. And this is a great live in-person class that you can take. Just go to their website at intro.aju.edu. And if you don't see a class right away that's accessible to you, send them a message and they'll tell you if their program is in a place near you. There's also a great program called the Melton School for Adult Jewish Learning that has all sorts of great classes about Judaism geared toward adults. Full disclosure, I'm a teacher in both of these programs because I strongly believe in the quality of their curriculum and the impact that they can have on adult Jewish learners. But other than that relationship, I get no money from the Miller or Melton people. I just really believe in what they do, and I highly recommend it if you have access to those things. If you don't have access to those things, once again, if you're watching this, you're probably on the internet. And so by Googling Jewish class Los Angeles or Jewish class Kalamazoo, you may be surprised at the resources that are already in your town. If there are no resources in town, if you live in the Alaskan wilderness, hi Josh and Elizabeth, there is still a wealth of resources online. Not just in terms of Wikipedia articles and blog posts and stuff like that, but there are literally hundreds of Jewish adult learning podcasts on the iTunes store and Google Play and Stitcher and all that stuff. And there are online classes that you can take, whether that's working with a teacher one-on-one over Skype or group classes or self-study classes. I've got some classes like that in the Jew Curious School, just saying. But I would first try to find something in your town where you can sit in a room with people, because if you have access to it, I think that's going to be the best experience for you. If you don't give up. Find resources online, and I would recommend that you especially focus on those resources that have some sort of community component where you get to talk to other students as well. Once again, I firmly believe that Hebrew school is way better as an adult. It's a voluntary activity. There's some serious adult subject matter in Torah and in the commentaries that we frankly cannot teach to kids. Plus, as having an adult developed mind, you're going to get the most out of it, and it's going to have the greatest impact on you as an adult decision maker and the things that you face in your daily life. Hero, thank you so much for watching this video. It has been my pleasure and my honor to learn with you about adult education and how to find a good place for you. If you want to fully get the most out of this particular kind of education we're doing right now, just mash that blue button over there and get connected to the 30-day Jewish Learning Challenge. You'll get a new video every day for 30 days to help you automatically upgrade your Jewish learning experience. Until next time, Adult Hero, peace. Whether you're a vegetarian or a brony